Good evening everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, a slightly different video. I wanted to publicly pay my respects to the recently late Matthew Perry. Matthew, in my eyes guys, was an absolute legend. Of course, many of you will know Matthew from his character in Friends, and rightly so. Super famous, worldwide famous. But for me personally guys, I will remember Matthew for his work in addiction and recovery. Now for anybody who doesn't know, Matthew did many interviews, guys, in the UK discussing drug addiction, drug reform, and he very openly shared his story. And guys, this is something I took note of many years ago. I think Matthew spoke with complete sense, guys. He had a super good understanding of addiction. He completely understood how addiction works. And everything he said, guys, I completely related with him. As a fellow addict myself and somebody in recovery, I'm living a very similar path to Matthew, guys. And one of the things he said, which I wanted to point out in this video, guys, which I've also mentioned in my previous videos, one of the things Matthew said is that it's all about protecting yourself from having that first drink. Guys, I've mentioned this in my previous videos. That is the only way and the best way of maintaining sobriety. You have to do everything in your power to protect yourself from having that first drink or whatever your drug of choice is. If alcohol is something that leads you to taking drugs, class A's, like it does with me, then it's all about protecting yourself from not picking up that drink in the first place. That is the only way, really, we are going to maintain our sobriety, okay? So you need to get knowledgeable, have a good understanding, and protect yourselves at all costs. Because guys, for me, for Matthew, for many of you watching, and many people around the world who are actually addicts, as soon as I pick up that drink, guys, as soon as I have 2 pints, it's 6, 7, 8 days later, as I've mentioned in my story. 8 days later, guys, I am in a hole somewhere, literally consuming any class A available. I will dismiss my job, dismiss any responsibilities, just in living hell. I would end up in debt, lose all my money, spend all my money, and guys, it's an absolute nightmare. It is a disaster. So the only way to avoid this, guys, is protecting yourself to start with, okay? And Matthew made a very great point on this. Now guys, when I was going through my dark times with addiction, 2017, 18, 19, 20, I used to watch Matthew's content constantly. I really found something comforting about there's something about watching people, especially celebrities, when they talk about it and they're going through the same thing. And guys, addiction does not discriminate. Whether you're someone like Matthew Perry and you are someone of high status, you're a multi-millionaire, or you're someone like myself on the ground, normal working class guy, or some of you watching. The point is, guys, addiction does not discriminate. Once you have the problem and once you are addicted, another great thing Matthew pointed out, which I'd like to point out, like he said, when he rose to fame, when he was 24, I think he said, he assumed all his problems would go away. He's now very rich, he now has a massive house, his own house, swimming pool, etc., etc. The point being, guys, if you are actually addicted, it doesn't matter what you obtain. If you have not dealt with the problem, it will still come back. And guys, I have seen this multiple times, believe me, through my addiction, through my 21 years of using, guys, the amount of guys that had kids on the way, so their girlfriends will be pregnant, and every time I heard it dozens of times, as soon as the kid's on the way, that's it. As soon as the kid's born, I'm going to stop taking drugs, stop sniffing coke, restart my life. They're addicts. And guys, this lasts for about a month, literally. I've seen it so many times. They go about a month sober, eventually, bang, it comes back to get you. So guys, unless you seek, which Matthew was saying, unless you seek proper help, speak to someone smarter, check yourself into rehab, get counselling, whatever it is you need to do. You actually need to deal with the problem, which I've said on many videos, guys. So I think he spoke with complete sense, and I have a lot of respect for Matthew Perry. He was very knowledgeable, as I said. I would highly recommend to read his book, guys. You can learn a lot from him. Guys, it's the only way we're really gonna learn and make ourselves become sober, is about obtaining knowledge and understanding of what it is we're going through. Now, Matthew said he wanted to be remembered through his work of addiction and recovery. And for me personally, guys, that is the way I will remember Matthew Perry. Now, of course, I didn't personally meet him, but as one addict to another, I could see his pain. Guys, I could see personally he was in a battle for his life. Make no mistake about it. I could just tell the way he spoke and stuff, and I just thought, Jesus, this guy is going through it. And he absolutely was. If you read his book, guys, you will completely understand. He was fighting for his life. There's no question about it. And I just want to say, guys, publicly, I never thought I'd make this type of video, but publicly wanted to say thank you to Matthew Perry, because through his videos, guys, I obtained so much knowledge, understanding, and it's made me a smarter person, a smarter addict, you could say. So thank you very much, Matthew. You will be missed. I certainly will remember you from your work in addiction recovery, and when times are low, I will certainly rewatch your videos, and I encourage everybody who watches my video to watch his videos on addiction, because it is really interesting, and it's a shame he's gone. So thank you, Matthew Perry. R.I.P. Stay well, everybody. Ciao.